Right. Welcome, guys. We got another day, another Nox, another day of them chains, them shorts. What's up? It's Rona. It's Rona. Lover of women, women of lover, lover of pain. Let's do some pain, right? Do some pain, cause some pain. Also, this is a very attractive woman right here. Goodness gracious. Love that. Love that. Hope everybody's having a good day. As you know, here we do cosplays. We appreciate women. And on another Nox day, I suppose I need a topic to talk about. God, and I was making my coffee and I really thought of something good. And then it just lost me because my head empty, you know, and once I see anime women in shorts, I go crazy. You know, my eyes turn to hearts, you know, I get all googly eyed and shit. You know, my tongue going everywhere. Good thing we're not fighting with her, because that would be absolutely tragic if I said that. But nevertheless, I hope everybody's having a good day, whatever the day is. Go ahead, drop a like on it if you think the like is necessary. Go ahead, drop a subscribe if you'd like to see more of this weird ass shit in your feed. I know you would, because I mean, look at this goddamn cosplay, man. It's so good, it's so good. Look how angry she is. Look how angry and toxic she is. Isn't it great? Don't you love it? Oh my god, I'm dead. But yeah, I suppose I was gonna talk something about like friends or something, and had like alliteration in the title or something like that. So something about friendship or something. Be alone was gonna be the moral of the story or whatever. But I don't know. I suppose I was just thinking, you know, as I tend to do, as I tend to constantly not be able to not do. Oftentimes, you know, we really think we want friends, we really think we need friends, but there, you know, I feel like what you really want is probably just like personal fulfillment. You know, and I'm honestly no expert on this. I'm not a psychologist or, you know, anything like that really, but I don't know. I feel like at least for guys, being a dude, being a bro on a mission, it just gives you a certain kind of feeling, a certain kind of in your chest. You know what I mean? Especially for me, it's what I've always seen video games as. Like a lot of people, you know, and no knocks to these people, guys. Like, who fucking cares? The wonderful thing about video games is you can use them for a lot of different shit. You know, people use the video games for the fucking army to train soldiers. No lie, true shit. Look it up. But yeah, that's what I've always used video games for. Is for like, you know, just putting in efforts, you know, repeated actions to be able to just grow my confidence a little bit, you know, and gain skills. And I've always realized that at least the games I play help me become a better thinker and stuff like that. It's like, you know, when you're a kid and you realize the cartoons you watch, like, hey, like some of the stuff in SpongeBob is kind of a lesson or something. Maybe not SpongeBob, but oh, I almost made it. I almost fucking made it out. But yeah, there's a lot of good lessons to teach from video games, and I've always been a very achievement-based gamer. I know a lot of people just use them for turning their brain off and just relaxing, just chillaxing, you know what I'm saying? And I don't hate that, you know? We're all deprived of a space to truly be ourselves and shed our skin. And I don't you know, hate games that do that. I actually love, you know, the good old chill, relaxing games, the good old Animal Crossing, Stardew Valleys of the world. I do love those. But for me, I feel like just, you know, friends over like beating a JRPG. You know, I don't understand that really. And so many times in life, people have just like tried their hardest, their damnedest, to convince me that, you know, going out and drinking at the bar, you know, just doing things with the chums, or, you know, bonding with your coworkers is more valuable than coming home and grinding on an MMO. And bro, I knew this shit since the RuneScape days. You know, the reason why I went home and immediately like pounded out the homework was usually to play Dragon Quest VIII, to play MapleStory, to play, you know, like I said, RuneScape, whatever retarded shit I was into at the time. And I did not find value in that. I think I've told this story maybe once or twice before, but I still recall back And this is so funny because I assure you it's probably the smallest moment in their life. They probably have no idea what I'm talking about if I told it to this person nowadays. But this girl was like, this was like in high school, it was like late high school, right? And she was like, "Do you think you're ever gonna stop playing video games? You know, you're gonna be like 50 years old with like a controller and shit." And I just thought, I was like, in the moment, I think I said something, just like some scary, oh, please accept me, high school bullshit or whatever. But I actually thought about it. I took a second to think, and I'm like, yeah, and for a long time. I was very embarrassed by that fact that I was just like, am I really gonna be a gamer for this long? Like, because the way she said it just made me feel like less than. Like you're playing video games because, nothing, everything else sucks in life. And it's like, well, you're not wrong. That is kind of why I'm playing video games. But I never used it to avoid life. I always used it to take the tools from it to enhance life, to once again play more video games. It's just like an MMO, guys. Like you don't fight monsters just so you can fight monsters. You fight monsters to gain tools, to get better skills, to get better equipment, to get experience, to then fight more monsters, right? So yeah, I am playing video games to just avoid life. Because once I avoid enough life, then I can only play video games, right? Oh, perfect. So it's funny that I've avoided the content creator class, for this long. Because I have made a lot of content. Editing videos and stuff is what I really like doing. It has been a side hustle for me for a while. I'm not gonna promote my other services because I just don't believe in cross promotion. Personally, I studied marketing for a while and I know how to grow. But I also know how to grow a loyal fan base, and it's not with cross promotion. I'll tell you that. Loyalty comes from nothing but time and consistency and a strict schedule, really. You got to know your limits too. And scheduling is a big thing for content creation. Like if you show up at the same place every day for a year, people will notice. They may notice. And that's the thing, man. You're gonna make a lot of shit stuff during that time period. And if you notice your changes, then that's really all the success you need. All I notice from this entire year experiment journey, whatever you want to call it, phase, this the new era. It's the new millennia. Whatever you want to call this. What I've learned is just, if you go back to the October 2024 videos, it's just I've gained better skills at editing, better skills at recording, certainly better skills at the gift of the gab, the yap. And personally for me, friends distract you from all of this shit. Now, of course, oh no, you'll have no one to share it with when you get all the stuff. And I'm like, I don't want the stuff to share things with people, honestly, guys. I'm so tired of people. You have no idea. Once I get the stuff, I'm going to take care of people that need it and check the fuck out. Like, if I only have to deal with one person ever in my life again, and it's me, I will be more than happy, And if I get one extra party member, that's what I said, one extra party member, then I will also be happy. But it's not gonna dictate how the flow of my life or my happiness goes, whether I elope with another individual. It's not what's gonna be. For me at least. Because I find power, I find treasure in just the small things of, just how much better at gaming, at commentary and all this stuff that, has happened over the course of whatever, how long it's been since I've started this once again. And even from the times where I didn't record it back in the days and all that stuff, I do treasure that as well, and in the phases where I stopped and I was on Instagram and I was on TikTok and all these other stupid fucking platforms. I think truly admiring the journey is where you get satisfaction in life and where you don't have to constantly look to everyone to satiate you, to fill you, to make you whole again, to make me whole again. No, man, you gotta fill your own hole. I ain't talking. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't say that with a pretty woman in front of me. I can't do it, man. I don't want to be nasty. All right, let me get some of this coffee. Got an iced coffee with me. It's fall and it's still hot and wet in Florida, so I'm not happy. Not happy. Is what it is, man. It's a crazy state, so they have to make us as miserable as possible. Because all in all, I'd say, as far as places in America, could be worse. Could be worse. Could be better. Could be worse. Could be worse, right? So that's the thing too, man. Oftentimes when we get into our friends, we step out of gratitude. Because I don't know about you, but I like to complain. I like to tell stories. I like to vent. And of course, like, what are friends for but to listen to our stupid, horrible, venting problems that are very narcissistic and self-sacrificial? You really are hurting no one but yourself when you vent, honestly. And yeah, it's just so easy to confide in someone, get a little vulnerable with someone who's apparently supposedly on your side. And I can't, I'm too much of a thinker to have just a giant group, a giant clique of people combining with things. That's why I hate Discord, man. It's too much of a group chat. I use it more as like a forum. It's just like advertising. Research. I'm sorry. I'm a super deep lurker. It's a thing. It's a thing. Like I normally, whenever I find a new streamer, I'll like stop in like the first couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Maybe say one or two things in chat. But like I'm the biggest lurker because I just like to do other things while I watch a stream. Like even now, hovering over in I can't say words. Ribika's stream here. Um, because I'm learning Japanese and she's playing Tactics. This is like the VTuber Corp Reglow, I believe she said. And oftentimes I just like to have Japanese text in the background, just see if I can read some stuff. Because it's just a skill that I want to learn. And once again, guys, it's like the main thing I've noticed that I value in life. A lot of people are going to tell you, you got to value this, or you should value this, or you should go into this. I really just care about growth and respect from other people. But for myself, I just care about growth. And nowadays I've really been honing in on listening to that tiny voice in the back of my head, that intuition speaking. Just, oh my goodness, just kind of letting me know that things will be all right. No matter how much progress you make, no matter how much progress you don't make. I was just checking the audio, make sure we're good there. Sorry for the mouse. Having trouble finding someone this time. It is a little bit of a weekend of weekends. A weekend. Yeah, but that's the thing, guys. I really don't think friends are what I wanted in the first place. And I say this because they can drown out that tiny voice in your head, that is your intuition, that is your power, your strength. Just figuring out things and moving with your own purpose. They kind of drown that out. And I, from a very young age, realized that I can't stop thinking. It just kind of grows and grows and grows. The thoughts, the neurosis, the repetitions and stuff like that. I've been diagnosed with multiple mental illnesses, but it's just, it's my little quirk, a little thing. I'm one of the people that has the inner dialogue, right? And so, I've always kind of liked listening to it until it started telling me dark things. And I was like, oh no, now I have a disease. And I'm like, no, man, it's just telling you dark things about all the people you have in your life because you're not really friends with them. You're just around them all the time. And that automatically makes me friends with people. Like, honestly, if I played this game with any of you guys, in chat, in comments, in whatever, I'd probably become friends with you. And I don't want that. I want to be able to actually actively choose my friends and not have my intuition, go crazy because it doesn't know what's going on because people have these crazy, seedy intentions that I can't really, lock into, really focus on. You really don't know what's going on with people. And it scares me because once again, man, I just think a lot, Many people, when the whole venting thing occurs, they would just be like, oh man, that sucks. And then they just go on about their day and just do whatever. Not many people would literally lay in their bed and think about someone else's problems. That's me. I do that, and I have done that, legitimately, and it's not like I want to. They just have a mind of remembrance, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a good quirk, you know. Like why would that be bad? I just have to choose my actions wisely. I have to be very careful about where I put my energy. So that's what I've been doing nowadays. And you don't have to like you know angrily set boundaries on people. You know, you just frankly squeeze the life out of motherfuckers and be like, "You hurt me." You just silently walk out. You know, maybe they'll come back into your life. I kind of hope they don't. I've had way too many friends, way too many amazing people, way too many amazing opportunities. I don't want them. I don't want them. It's too much. To truly excel, you gotta kill a lot of shit that's just not propelling you forward. I don't care, man. You could be the greatest, most efficient being in all time, and you won't be able to maintain everything that comes to you. You're gonna have to say some opportunities that have come to me, I can't do those. I can't do those. And I think that's really why I crashed out. I moved out very early age, cross country. And I really think that's why I crashed out. I just accepted too much shit, I was like, every quest, we will do it. I'm like, this not, every quest doesn't actually give you experience in the real world. I know, shitty, right? As a matter of fact, some quest, nobody tells you this too, some quest will actively kill you, murder you, destroy your psyche, We're seeing it live and direct, I watch a lot of Smuggle Honest, so one of the most recent videos is like all these articles going on telling women to cheat. You'll live a more fulfilled life. You'll feel more, you'll feel more alive. Telling women, hey, have your boyfriend be a cuckold. It'll make him more. Oh, he likes it more sexy and stuff. And then when there's been research, guys, don't worry, there's been research. And then they linked it to like a gay research article, and I'm like, this is for straight men. What are you doing here? Wait, what are we doing here, guys? What are we actually doing here, guys? But it's just the small things like that. Like, you have to realize that beliefs are just formed by repetition. It's not anything complex or crazy or whatever. It's just you see the same thing enough times, you're gonna believe it. 100%. 100%. And because of the scary way the world works, I can't trust shit. I can't look at a lot of stuff that, at least absentmindedly, that a lot of other people do, and nowadays, of course, I'm not going to stop myself from my urges, my needs, my wants, my feelings. No, all my cannons, you bastard. Cannon! No! And he's kind of fucking us up, though. Guys. Well, had a good run, right, boys? Had a good run, huh? Maybe Hermes got a special. Hermes? Please? Mage just got Zing Stick. Oh my god. We can bring him back. No worries. No worries, my friends. No worries. Oh, and there goes Mage. Oh no, we're bringing it. Okay. Yeah, what did I say? I got very distracted from the tragedy happening there. That was very sad. Like, that low of health, and he's gonna kill us all. Goodness gracious, Riona, I am tired. I am so tired. Ooh, thank you, boys. Let's go. Yeah, I definitely lost my train of thought there. In general, I'd say extroverts don't come at me. Because this is not an attack on you. I'm only throwing stones, you know what I'm saying? If one hits you, then you probably shouldn't have been standing there, Not aimed at anyone. Not even at the friends I've had in the past, of course. No names here. I don't even like to say my own. Because there's a crazy possessiveness about... I don't know, I don't even want to say beautiful people, but just people with a goal, people with a flow, people who move with a purpose. There's a certain magnetism and possessiveness that I just find really disgusting, really nasty. And I've made music for a long time, guys. I don't know if you've realized, but it's one of the highest forms of, like, appreciative art nowadays. Besides like actually making videos, everybody is so appreciative of music. But then, this whole crazy AI thing started. And now everybody's like, fuck it, who cares? I don't, I'm not paying for music. What the fuck is it? I can just do the AI, do the make me song. And that really depressed me for a while until I was like, who cares, and the funny thing about music is that I've always just liked the process of making it. I didn't like anything else. I remember I moved to Los Angeles and I was like, I don't want to, go into a music career because that's just going to make me like hate the process of making music. And then a guy was like, it's just a false expectation, just do it, just try it, just go in, just make it anyways. And if it's profitable, it's profitable. So that's what I did, but I didn't really hold on to that fully. Because I met people, friends, we'll call them, who had different objectives for music. They wanted to blow up, they wanted to do things, they wanted to blah, blah, blah. But, I had another goal that I didn't realize at the time. Making music with other people is so fun. It's like, oh my God, it's crazy fun. And um, to reach that goal, I sort of gave up a little bit of my initial morals and obligations with music because I really didn't want it to become that thing that's like, oh, and I made the songs with the people and all this stuff, and then I just gave up too much of my, I don't know, my code, for that bullshit. It was really dumb. A good example of that is me showing, sort of the mashup style of music that I do now all the time to a friend. I remember it was like a Macintosh, like the old Vaporwave stuff. This was when Vaporwave was just taking off, right? And you know what this friend told me? They're like, "Oh yeah, you can't release that. You can't do that. You can't get money for that. This is not a good song. Whatever. Blah blah blah. All this stuff. Because it was like a sample or whatever, right?" And I'm just like, okay. And I think I still put it on my SoundCloud still, or no, I think I put it on my Instagram or something. But like, I sort of like accepted that. I was like, yeah, I have to like make real music or whatever the fuck, whatever that means, right? Um, and things like that, just just to collab with people because I thought I wanted people so badly. And the thing is, guys, I feel like I'm collabing right now, honestly, with all the stupid samples and mashups that I do. Like, how is this not a collab? It's someone else's music, someone else sang the shit. Someone else made the SNES music, right? And so it's not like you have to do it in a specific way that pleases the people that are generally in your environment. The internet is a crazy space, and I feel like as guys, it's very socially acceptable for us to just be attracted to things, and you shouldn't feel obligated to please people like that. And that's the problem with showing music to people. If it's not like an internet thing, they're always gonna have some bullshit to say. They're always gonna have some crazy statement to make about this is good, this is not good, and that it honestly just hurts you. I'm gonna be real, guys. It just hurts you to hear that stuff. It's not helpful because it distracts you from that little voice. Like I've said, that little intuition voice, which I've been listening to a lot more. And it's not like, oh yeah, I hate these people, I cut them all off. It's just I silently just stopped initiating. I silently just got rid of my Instagram. I silently just started, I see people on TikTok or Snapchat, and I just like, I don't want to talk to them anymore. They haven't talked to me in a while. I'll just block them. It's like you don't need the energy that is not going to benefit you. And honestly, that sounds a little pedantic, narcissistic, and it fucking is. But that's necessary for success, or whatever level of success you think you deserve. And right now, I do like where I am now. But I know I can get higher. I know this is not the base level success that I'm destined for, and the little intuition in my mind, the little voice, now that I've cut off everything else, it's very loud. And it tells me to become the greatest entertainer of all time. Not content creator, not musician, not rapper, not entertainer, greatest entertainer ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm surpassing everyone. Going past Drake, going past Michael, going past Playboy Cardi, because he is music. I don't know if you guys realize he is music. That's who he is. He identifies as music. I identify as music and music accessories. But yeah, I have to set my sights for a goal that crazy because I don't think I hope to dear God, that's my goal to never stop working for the rest of my life. Shall I give myself 10 years of life? Because I fucking hate this shit. 110%. And I think that's what drives me to work so hard is that I'm super unsatisfied with just the state of the world. Not just me, but just the state of everything. It's bad. Super bad. And 2025 has brought me to that truth that I don't think it's ever been good. At least not in my lifetime. I think to some level I realized that really early on, maybe like middle school, high school, somewhere around that area, just deep down I realized something's just not right about the world anymore. But now it's like it's 100%, like especially with the events of September, the Nintendo Direct, and now we're moving on to October and it's not even getting better. It's not even getting better. It's getting far worse, and I think it will get far worse. I mean, come on, what evidence do we have that it's going to get better? Tell me that. We don't got a lot. And so, you know what? I think Riona wants to dance. I think she wants to dance. You want to dance, Rona? You want to dance, Rona? Let's have Rona dance. The Rona dance. Yeah, we don't get any evidence that's actually going to become a wondrous thing for us. We have no evidence of that. And it's sad that I have to be so pessimistic because if you watched any of these videos, I like to laugh. I'm sort of a goofy guy, but lately it's not been too funny. So I'm glad, I've gone through this era of sort of cutting everyone off because, like, honestly, to talk to anyone in real life instead of just talking to a mic about how I feel about the world and everything, I'd probably brought to tears. Honestly, I probably would. I have trouble keeping my emotions in when I even talk to my mom, which is why I kind of avoid people nowadays. It's very easy for me to keep a stable atmosphere on these videos because once again, I don't. Like, this is just me regularly. If not doing this out loud, it's in my head. I never stop thinking. And because of that, I never really feel alone. I don't really need to go into chat and, have someone validate my feelings or my words or whatever because I'm constantly going through the motions in my head of like, what's this? It's just motor mouthing, And I think, oftentimes we discount this power, the strength of character, I like to call it. Nope, we're good. No, wait, are we good? Glitch out. Well, I'm dead. Okay, we lagged for a little bit there, but we are good. Yeah, it's often taken as some sort of horrible neurosis, oh no, don't fuck with that guy. He takes forever to text back. He looks at the message for 8 hours. He says I'll join call and then just hovers over the join call button for 10 minutes. I don't think it's a problem. I think it just means that I care a lot. And that's the thing, guys. When you care a lot, you have to strategically place your care. Goodness gracious, we're lagging again. Goodness gracious! Great googly. Actually, I shouldn't do this. I should run. Oh my god, I'm getting slammed. Oh, we're good. He's very angry at me. And I don't know why. What did I do, Like what did I really do? I just noticed there's Pumpkin Boy over there, Pumpkin Battler. He's very cute. There's a lot of lag going on, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of Rudy and see if that helps at all. I do these videos very early in the morning when there's nobody in the house. My brother works a night shift, so that's, my hope. My internet does well. It might have been Rooney because I destroyed her stream and we're doing a little bit better now. I don't know why I called her Rooney. It's Riri. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's because she has a similar model. It's the red hair, man. It's the red hair. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. And it's so weird. Like, I never mix up guys. True shit. Like, if I'm talking about a guy, I usually never mix up who they are, right? Always, constantly mix up women. Do that a lot. do that a lot. I don't know what that says about me. It's like, should you be paying more attention to whatever? Whatever, man. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dog. Okay, one more, guys. One more. We're getting pretty fast at these now that I don't suck ass. Indeed, indeed. Don't we love it? I like ending it off with a dancer as well. This is like definitely 110% my favorite class, if you haven't realized. Huge dancer fan, big dancer fan. Also, we've lost our static Tokyo. So I'll get it back later. Yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the solo playthrough. Once again, guys, Dragon Quest, to me, it congruently combines with a lot of things going on in the world, and a lot of things happening in America and even in Asia, Japan, Tokyo, but especially in the States with these versions. I feel like the solo quest is needed, and perhaps even the way they intended you to play this game. I don't know. Probably not. Playing the entire game 3 times seems kind of overkill. But people do play at least the beginning stages of this game a lot. There's a sort of a fast money grinding method that you can do by just creating and deleting characters. I think it's called character delivery, if you want to look it up. But I don't do that. I like to spend a lot of time in the game, and I don't care about money. Money comes, money goes. That's the thing about money, guys. If you have a broke mindset, you're going to be broke in anything. I've noticed that, especially in MMOs. Like if you just take actions, you just do shit, buy shit, earn money when you earn money, sell things when you sell things. You're not going to be broke in any MMO. Any RPG, even for that matter, unless it's just designed like trash. And that's the same thing with life, people. If you realize, if you have this mindset of, oh my god, money is so hard to get, I'm so broke, I'm gonna die alone and broken, and I almost died, but I didn't die. If you have that mindset, then of course you're gonna be broke forever for the rest of your life. But if you switch that around, and you're like, well, money's gonna come to me. It's just I have to figure it out. And I have to let the money flow. And I have to not worry about it. Because that's the thing, man, especially I've learned this about dating. If you focus on something too much, there it goes, running away from you. Getting as far as possible away from your crazy, worrying, pedantic ass. Which is not a bad thing. You can trick the system in that way. I worry about gaining more subscribers. Like, no, I won't be able to hold capacity. There's not enough chairs in this room. Oh my god. But that is a real thing. For me, at least, I kind of never wanted to be really popular because I realized early on that fame does not get you lasting income or wealth. It'll get you a boost. It'll get you a bump. But how many one-hit wonders have there been? How many football players who have immediately gone broke after they leave the league? How many movie stars have had their their big breaks and then have to go to coffee shops and make cappuccinos for money now? It's crazy. It's a high number. It ain't zero. It ain't zero. It's far from zero. So just be aware. Be aware of where your mind goes. Because where your focus goes, your energy flows. I'd say focus on gaining skills, man. Focus on gaining assets instead of liabilities. Because a lot of people are like, I need money. Let me get a girlfriend. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? I need money. Let me get some friends. You stupid. I mean, you can have friends. Just do inexpensive things with friends. I don't know why all of my friends... Goodness gracious, Jean's girl is still here. She just allows me to goon freely. Oh my goodness. Okay. But that's the thing. So many people, so many friends just want to do paid shit, want to do expensive shit. And I'm just like, bruh, I can be friends with you just by being in proximity with you anywhere. And maybe I'm the lame person for just wanting to chill at the crib and play video games all day. I work out. Um, I clean things. I find jobs. I find, mind taxing things to do on the internet. But yeah, in general, I like to chill. I like to chill, and I like to reach out to people when I want to reach out to people. That's the main thing, man. I'm bad with I wouldn't say bad. I take a lot of time to think about my responses to text messages, to calls to action, and the whatnot. And so, in my later years now, I kind of just turn notifications off most times. This is the time where I love to be alive the most. It's like 5 a.m. because my phone doesn't fucking ring, except for these alarms. So you got to understand yourself. I'm not saying cut everybody off forever, but the lonely stage is necessary so you can listen to yourself, so you can actually listen and understand. Listening is a super powerful tool, and goodness gracious, was I wasting that on other people? Was I incredibly just wasteful of my listening tool for people who didn't care to listen to me? And that's okay. You don't have to listen to me. You have a complete choice of who to listen to. But yeah. As far as my choice, I want to listen to people who respect me, and that's it. Be careful with your friends. I do appreciate you. I do love you. I hope you learned something today. We will catch you next time, next morning.